want to take a second to talk to you about underdogs.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
Fly, Eagles flying, we on the team. Touchdown, touchdown, time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a Bird Gang Nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog, or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco, thanks for tuning in.
What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. I have not gone live in a minute, man. I miss y'all. I definitely miss y'all. There's been a lot going on, but the best part of it all is the Philadelphia Eagles are a playoff team. The Philadelphia Eagles are on their way to Tampa Bay. They're coming to me. I live next to Tampa, so they're coming here. And they about to take care of business, and I'm going to make sure that happens. But I'm excited. We're going to talk about all this, man. We're going to talk about the Eagles playoff game. We're going to talk about this season. We're going to talk. We're going to definitely talk. But before we get into it, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. Shout out to everybody already in the chat, man. I definitely missed this, man. I missed this. So I'm going to get to the chat ASAP. But all I really want to say, you know what I'm saying? And especially if you listen to the intro, right, it hits a little bit different because in that intro I say it's time to get Jalen his ring, right? I say that in the intro. That's been my intro all season, guys, right? So let's not say bandwagon. That's been my. So what I'm saying, it is time. We are 0-0, just like every other team in this playoff landscape. I fear no one. I want to go out here and I want to whoop some tail. I want to see this Eagles team just shock the world against the Buccaneers. I think that the Buccaneers at wide receiver especially are a little bit beat up. I don't think that that's the hugest deal in the world just because you got somebody like Tom Brady in the backfield. So it is what it is, but still, I think this is a game we could win if we go out there and play our game. The game that we've played the past 7, 8 weeks that we've been winning with, the formula that we've been winning with. So, if we can go out there and play our game, I fear nobody. I think we got a shot damn near against anybody. So, hey, we're in the dance. Right, so you got to dance now. Now it's about getting off that wall and going on the dance floor and seeing what you could do because you have nothing to lose. Nick Sirianni had a quote which I loved, and he was like, just because I'm paraphrasing, obviously it's not a direct quote, but he basically said, just because we're here doesn't mean that we did anything. He wants to win. He's gonna go out there and try and put the best plays out there, best players out there to try and win, man. So I'm excited. Look, that game against the Cowboys was tough. I know a lot of people are making videos, like it was just the backups. I wasn't even really paying attention to that game, if I'm being 100% honest with you. I watched it. Obviously, I was working, so I watched it on and off. But I knew it was going to be what it was. We didn't play anybody. Shout out to the Cowboys. They took advantage of our weak team, but it doesn't really say much to me. It says that the Eagles are all in on this playoff run, that they want to keep their starters healthy, and they wanted to see what they had depth-wise. The fact that players like Jalen Reagor, were playing in meaningless minutes in that game. I mean, that whole game was kind of meaningless, but, towards the end of the game, to see somebody like a Jalen Reagor out there kind of says something to me. Obviously they're not 100%, bought into what he is. Maybe they're just trying to get his confidence up going into the playoffs. I don't know. It can mean a bevy of things, but it didn't work out the way they wanted it to. I'm going to say that much. It definitely didn't work out the way that they wanted it to. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what type of team this is going into the playoffs. I hope that we just, again, like I said, just stick to the winning formula. Run the dang ball. It's worked. If we lose, if you live by the sword, die by the sword, type of deal. If you lose because we ran the ball too much, I can eat that. I can live with that, as an Eagles fan. But if we lose a game because you wanted Jalen Hurts to go out there and throw the ball 40 times, I'm going to lose my ish over the, coaching staff. If guys just don't, execute, it's one thing, but coaching wise, you have to know your strength. You have to play to your strength. So that's really where I am mentally. I really do feel like we're in a position that we can beat the Buccaneers. I feel like we're in a position that if we play our game and run the ball down people's throat, there's not a lot of teams that can beat us outside of ourselves. I've said that before, and people, laughed me out the building. But I really do feel that. We'll see. I'm talking all this talk and then watch us go out there and get blown out. But I just don't think that's what's going to happen. I really just don't think that's what's going to happen. I'm very excited about this game. What did we learn about our team in this Dallas game? Realistically, we learned that this offense, with the backups, they can at least put up some numbers. They can put up some points. They were still able to run the ball. That was a good sight to see. You saw people like Jason Huntley getting off. You saw, younger guys being able to get there. Kenny Gainwell obviously went off. But you were able to see this running game still work without all of the starters in there. So it kind of drills the mentality that it's a philosophy. It's a mentality. I've said this before. At this point, I don't really care who you have as your running backs. I feel like you can run this ball with this offensive line and how this team is structured. So that kind of, kind of instilled that even further. That I do believe that. It was good to see the offense at least fight as long as they did. It was what it was. You know what I'm saying? I guess we just got blown out on the defensive side. They went out there and started Dak against our third, fourth string guys. So I don't know what we really thought was going to happen, you know what I'm saying, when that happens, but it is what it is. We lost. But I know I said I was going to get to the comments ASAP, and then I went on a whole ramble. But what's going on, Nina? How you doing? Eagle Slayer says we can run the table. I mean, who knows? We've been the underdog before. What's going on, Lee Killer? Carlos Holloway says Joe Judge is staying. Yeah, it's Black Monday. So I was part of me was expecting to see his name, even though they said that they weren't going to let go of him. But I mean, they stuck to their word. They said something, and it seems like they're sticking to that. I was surprised by Brian Flores. I'm not going to lie. I'm hearing that that's because of the whole Deshaun Watson situation, because he wanted to go get Watson, and they really believe in Tua. We'll see. We'll see what Brian Flores becomes. I think he's going to be a good head coach somewhere. Are you talking about Jalen Mills? You was talking about Jalen Mills? What you mean? Believer Joe Castro got your ticket to the game yet? Kicking a dead horse, maybe no red shirt at the game. Hey man, I can't wait. I can't wear the lucky red shirt. I'm gonna be at that game. So yeah, I'm already all set. I'm excited. Me and my girl gonna go. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. But we better win, man. I know a lot of people out here that are Bucks fans, and I'm going to have to deal with them talking. They're already talking that talk. Shout out to all y'all. It's nothing but love. But for this week, it's nothing but hate. But we'll see what happens. Brian Flores gets fired. Joe Judge is staying. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. It is what it is. Gannon needs to take his butt to Minnesota. Who would you guys, is Brian Flores a guy that can be a defensive coordinator? Because I feel like their defense was good. I don't know. I'm going to have to get some insight and see if some of these guys maybe take a defensive coordinator spot. Because you look at what Dan Quinn was able to do once he went back to the defensive coordinator spot. You look at what he's able to do with the Dallas Cowboys. So we'll see. Colts fans on social media want Frank Reich out. Wentz strikes again. It's funny because we were all saying this. As Eagles fans, we were all saying, and I feel like there was still like a sect of people that were still like thinking that it wasn't on Carson Wentz, but Carson Wentz basically forced his way out of here, and that's not a trait in a person that I can really back up. So it is what it is. I said this before. It wasn't gonna be pretty. If he wasn't able to go out there and win, he's gonna have to deal with criticism again, and then it's gonna become the same type of situation, and we see it become. That's the truth. It is what it is. Like. It sucks for the team involved. It sucks for the Colts, and it sucked for the Eagles. But when you have a personality like his, man, I just think he's a weak person. I think he's as a person that wants to it's hard to explain because obviously he's a competitive quarterback. He goes out there, puts his body on the line. But when it comes to like having to prove himself, I feel like he's already done it. I feel like he feels he's already done it. You know what I'm saying? And he just doesn't want to do it again. I don't know. We need to get a psychologist on this show because he's weird. He's weird to me. I'm over it. But number 11 ain't in Philadelphia no more. He got us a first round pick. I said this earlier on in the year, and everybody was like, that makes no sense. Our best, bet was that they don't make the playoffs, but he plays just good enough that he stays in the starting role for the whole season. And what happened? That's what happened. He literally just played just good enough to make it to the end of the year, but they don't make the playoffs. So that was kind of our best case scenario. Obviously, you would love for it to be a higher pick, but it is what it is. 14, I think we're at. 14, I think the Dolphins are at. 17, I think the Colts are at. And then I think right now we're starting at like 20 or 21, something like that. So that's fine. I'm cool with that. I got nothing wrong with that. And if we want to trade one of our picks, if we want to trade like our last pick, like our pick, the one that we actually own, go ahead. We have so many things we can do, and there's so many good defensive players in this draft. I've seen people saying that we need to get offensive linemen. I don't know about if I'm getting an offensive lineman early in the draft. Like, y'all let me know, because I've seen it a lot. So what am I understand a center. I get wanting to find, Jason Kelsey's replacement. But I don't know if you really need to spend a first round pick on that. I really just don't. I think we have players in-house that can compete for that position, and I think that, we got Jason Kelsey in like the 6th round. As long as we have Stoutland, I believe that he's going to be able to figure out that center position. I believe he'll be able to. The only positions that I'm looking at and being like, what are we going to do future-wise right now is probably going to be the center position and the right guard. I know Lane Johnson's getting up there in age, but I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon. So barring, injury, and even so, I feel like we have guys that can fill in there. So I'm looking at the center and the right guard position are the guys I want to shore up on this offensive line. But even there, I feel like we have, young guys that can fill in the role. So I don't know. What's going on, KJ? What's going on? Bobby Murphy says Wentz choked again. It's crazy. That was bad. That was bad. You win, and he did all that at the end. Yeah, number 11, he wildin', man. Number 11, he wildin', man. I mean, we now have a playoff quarterback. As critical as I am of Jalen Hurts, right? We now have a playoff quarterback. Carson Wentz is not in the playoffs. I mean, that says enough right there. I think we won that trade by a mile. So, I shout out to Howie. Howie did it on that one. He's probably laughing right now. It was them backups, and backup defense had 0 rotation and got tired, got into the 4th. Kerrigan was in the first quarter. These guys weren't used to playing full games. They weren't used to playing, like you said, full time. And yeah, they got tired. I mean, they just got roasted by a starting offense that's number 1 in the NFL. I understand they still had some guys that were sitting, but the Dallas Cowboys, no matter how much we might not like them, Gettleman announces. Dave Gettleman announced his retirement. Whoa. Oh, the Giants GM, Dave Gettleman, just announced his retirement. Wow. That's hilarious. The Giants are just a disrespect to the logo of the NFL. I don't understand how they still have a NFL team. Like, who continues to invest in these guys, man? They are clowns. That is sad, man. That is sad. People hated Dave Gettleman anyway, so I'm probably sure the Giants are happy, but that's crazy. That's crazy. And they're going to keep, oh boy, what's home to Joe Judge? Maybe they're going to give Joe Judge more power. Wow, things are going to get interesting out there. Better watch the refs, run the ball, and keep Brady's butt on the sideline. Look, there was my boy Chandler Jackson. He works for or he interns for Bleeding Green and everything, but he's a really smart dude when it comes to football. And he said on Facebook today, like, he basically said it was crazy that we played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a totally different team, not only philosophy-wise and how we play, offensively, but you look at the players that we had. We still had Eric Wilson out there. We still had we still weren't blitzing. We still weren't running the ball. You look at the philosophy, you look at the players that were out there. I think he said that Ertz was still out there. Just the difference in team. And we were close in that game. It wasn't it was a blowout early, but we came back. The score wasn't crazy. So who's to think that we can't go in there when they're a little bit of a different team, a little bit banged up, and go in there and play some ball against these guys? Like, I think we can win, man. Let the wins thing go. Focus on our team. I feel you, Bryce. I feel you. Brady has his refs on the payroll. Hey, Gardner Minshew has 0 pocket presence. I learned that. Back foot throwing all day. The refs will forget their glasses with Brady in the game. Let Wentz thank God, focus on our team. I mean, our starting offensive back against backups. Yeah, I really didn't care. Like, what I'm saying? It is what it is. I knew that game was going to be boring. I was surprised that they being the Cowboys went out there and just started dacking all of them. Like, if something would have happened, God forbid, I'm not wishing that upon anybody, but that's a risk I'm not willing to take, especially if I'm the number one offense. What do you have to prove? You know what I'm saying? I understand you hit some milestones, but I mean, did you prove anything? Not really. What's going on, MG Nas? He says, "What's up, man? I feel like we have a chance to win. I do too. I think we can win. I think that it comes down to us playing our game. And I say this every game. I say this every week. As long as we go out there and we decide that we're gonna run the ball on you 40 times, we're gonna go out there and impose our will on you as a running team, win or lose. That's what we're gonna do. I don't care if they score a touchdown on their first drive. I don't care if they score. If you're down 14-0 in the first half, you're still in this game. Go run that ball, and let the big plays in the passing game come off of that. And we've seen that work so many times. So if we do that, I think that we can win some games, man. Control that clock, control the time of possession. Make sure your offense is playing a part in your defensive scheme as well. If you can keep an offense off the field, you can keep a Tom Brady off the field, for 6-7 minutes at a time. That's very helpful. That's very helpful. So let's try and, as long as we play our game, I think we have a shot. I definitely do. Who do you want at DC? I don't know. I would really have to look. I don't know if Gannon's going to go anywhere. I don't think he really will. I think that his second half of the season, I did a video about this. I think the second half of the season that he had, barring, I understand he went against bad teams, but I think they're going to look at that and try and see if he can grow. He's still very young. His whole staff is very young, you know what I'm saying? So I think that they're going to give him another shot, but I would have to really look. It would be really interesting to see if somebody like a Brian Flores would want to come back as a DC, not come back, but come as a DC, or go back to a DC, because Miami's defense wasn't bad. They just couldn't do anything because Tua wasn't that great, in my opinion. I think he was up and down. He had good games, but even in his good games, he wasn't like a standout. He was one of those guys you could work around, right? You could work with him. It's just, I don't think he really took over or was what they wanted him to be. So we'll see. Thoughts on the guy in Indy not being able to handle the big time game yesterday? I'm glad we moved on. Hey, if you want my thoughts, you could go rewatch everything that I said early on in that season. Early on last season, I was saying for him to be out of here, it has nothing to do with, do I think he has talent? I think that number 11 has talent. I think that the ginger has, plenty of talent. I think it's just a mental thing with him. I think he thinks he's there already, and he's just not. You know what I'm saying? I think he got to the league and thought he made it. He was done. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't hope that he's out of the league or anything. I hope he figures it out, but he ain't figured it out this year, and I'm glad because now we got his pick. So next year, we'll see you in Indy. We'll see if you guys are even that good. There's a lot of good DCs. Vic Fangio for DC. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. There's a lot of head coaches that are out there or former head coaches that I would not mind coming as a coordinator, especially because we're such a young coaching staff. We've said this, a lot over this season. Whether it's my show, whether it's on other shows, we've always talked about how young this staff is. So if you can get a good defensive coordinator that is a veteran, that is a older guy that's been, ran a team, whether they've been good. If you can get a Jim Schwartz, man, if you can get a Jim Schwartz-like guy, I'm not saying go get Jim Schwartz, but if you can get a Jim Schwartz-like guy that comes in, has experience running a full team, kind of just takes over the defensive side, lets Nick Sirianni just do his thing, then maybe it makes sense. But I really don't think they're going to get rid of Gannon. I think he has at least one more year. We'll see what happens. Eagles Realist says thoughts on the CMC trade rumors. As the Eagles, as far as the Eagles go, I'm not really into it right now. I think that, I've said this before, I think anybody can be our running back right now. We don't really need a superstar. It would be nice. Don't get me wrong. It would be nice to have a CMC, but at the going price, it's just not something I'm really going to buy into. It's just, we have too many holes to be giving up draft assets. You're going to really have to sell me on a position of need to give up draft assets. You're going to have to call me and tell me you got a 24-year-old middle linebacker that's disgusting and give me a pick for him. That I might talk to you about, or a defensive end. But a running back, I don't think is something we really need right now. Carlos says, also, I'm happy for Vegas after everything they went through and made the postseason. Yeah, that was impressive. And I'm surprised it's crazy that they were they could have tied. They could have tied, and both of the teams would have made the playoffs. So I was kind of hoping they did that just to kind of, just to kind of like get the NFL mad. They probably would have been pissed off. Nina says, I wish I could go, but can't risk it. Bringing any COVID back into my house with my mom. My brother will be there representing for me, though. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, we're going to be representing out there. We're going to definitely be right. There's a lot of Eagles fans in Florida in general, and definitely in Tampa. Yeah, I hope COVID doesn't affect any teams. You telling me. I felt bad for Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck should have came back. Andrew Luck need to come back. He's like, what, 33 now? He could come back and play. CMC is injury prone and a big salary. Have him go to Denver where he's a pop player. Yeah, I don't think that CMC is what we like. I don't think a running back is what we need right now. So like I said, to give up assets for a player of a position that we don't really necessarily need just because he's a great player, I don't think that's smart business. I don't think that's looking towards the future. I'm so good. B-Tone says, what's going on? First of all, he says, I'm so glad people are sleeping on us in the playoffs. We literally have nothing to lose. Exactly. We're a scary team. We're a very scary team. I think I was talking to James and he was like, you're a type of team that nobody really wants to play because you have nothing to lose. You're going to throw everything you have. Like you're probably going to see plays that you did not see all year from Nick Sirianni because why not? What do you have to lose? Like at the end of the day, him taking more chances and him being a different coach, might be looked at as a blessing. We might look at him and be like, thank you. Yeah, we like this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You might find yourselves in this playoff rush, in this playoff run, because I feel like with the Eagles, when in 2017, we found our offense in the playoff run. We weren't playing that well with Nick Foles. He had one good game, but even you look into the playoff game against the Falcons, our offense wasn't really clicking. They really found themselves through that playoff run. So who's to say we can't do that now? We'll find our offensive identity and we'll run with it, for lack of better terms, and pun intended, run with it. Find your identity and just be that for the playoffs. It really doesn't matter what you did for the past 17 games. It really doesn't matter what you did for the past 17 games. You're 0-0. Like, let's get it. Let's get it. KJ says, I think one of those picks will be traded. I wouldn't be surprised. What up, Marianne? What up, Joe? I finally caught a midday stream. I'm finally back. I haven't streamed in a while. You know what I'm saying? I've been so busy. I've been trying to get out videos, and do some of I've streamed because I've done collabs, but haven't done an intimate, one-on-one with you guys, all right? Even though there's 33 people in here. Shout out to everybody. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're only 20 away from 3,000, y'all. We're literally 20 subscribers away from 3,000. So there's 33 people in here. I know that, 20 of y'all probably all subscribe. But at the end of the day, if you're not subscribed, it will mean a lot to me. Let's get to 3K before this game, man. That would mean a lot. iDrip says all the old linemen going to the Giants. Have my eyes. Hey, they need them. Yo, Castro, what's going on, Ramal? What's going on? We need to go defensive end. I agree, Bobby Murphy. I need a defensive end. I need a young defensive end. I need somebody that's going to be a playmaker that's going to grow with this defense. We're sorely lacking it. Center from Iowa is tough, but I'd go cornerback, linebacker, and safety, or wide receiver with the three. I can see that happening. I don't know about a wide receiver. You would have to really. There's a lot of good wide receivers in this draft, in my opinion. What's going on, Big D? What's going on? What an amazing day of football yesterday. Tone to Shields live stream Eagles Cowboys. PPTP knew the play outcome before it was on TV. Would you be able to do that? What do you mean? I'm confused. Tone to Shields live. I'm confused. Yeah, Gettleman stepped down. Jacksonville owns the Colts. That's just sad. That's a sad way to go out. You got blown out too. It's not like they came out and surprise victory and no, they blew you out from the word go. Once that kick was off in the first first snap, it was over. That boy, that was bad. That was bad, man. Is Hurts still a rookie? That's the question, right? That's the question. He's gonna be a rookie till he's about 40. Howie looking like a genius. Howie's looking good, man. Howie is looking good. What's going on, Rock? What's going on? Brandon says big playoffs. Def a tough road to the bowl. We're gonna do it. I don't care. We gonna do it. Listen, I told y'all, well, the ones that have been here since, the beginning of the season at the very least, I told y'all the closer that the season gets, the more unrealistic I get. And now that we are in the playoffs, I don't care. We doing something. We doing something. We didn't just come here to show up. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna grab a couple chips and bounce. We here for the long haul. We chilling now. You know what I'm saying? We waiting for the burgers to come off the grill. We chilling now. Y'all stuck with us now. I don't care. I really do not care. Jacksonville like 4-0 against Colts in Jacksonville. Damn. They're still keeping Joe Judge. It looks like it. Maybe Joe Judge, wasn't he like a special teams coach in Alabama? Wasn't he like a special teams coach? This man about to become a GM in like 3 years after doing absolutely nothing. Did you see our schedule for next year? Well, I saw like the teams we were gonna play. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited to play the Colts. I'll tell you that much. I am excited to play the Colts. I hope that just bring Carson Wentz out for that game. Even if he's not your starter no more, just bring him out for that game real quick. We got to talk to him real quick. Just bring Carson out for one game. Bring him out and give him a number 11 jersey. Like, real talk. They might want to give him that red jersey they give people in practice. Because I swear to you, if he is their quarterback, when they play the Philadelphia Eagles, man, I might jump on the field. And play defensive end for a snap or two. See if I can't get a quarterback hit. See if I can't throw some stats on the board real quick. Should we hire Zimmer or Fangio as DC? John Gannis on us. It'll be interesting to see what we do. I wouldn't be against that. I don't know about Zimmer. I would have to do a little bit more, I know he's been in the league for a long time, but I would have to do more research on his actual defense. I don't know how his defense has been faring when he's been in control. Obviously, the Vikings have been very mediocre the past couple of years, so I don't know. But, Vic Fangio, I know he was a very good defensive coordinator prior to becoming a head coach. And there's some other guys. I've been keep on saying Brian Flores. I don't know if he has for some reason, it feels like the defense for the Miami Dolphins has been their one thing that's good. So I could be wrong about that. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. Forced retirement. It feels like it. Had to retire or be fired. I wonder if he goes get another job. He's going to come back like Jay-Z. He's going to be like, I'm retired, y'all. And then come out with like 5 more albums. We got to handle our business this Sunday. Exactly. It's just another game. Time to go out there and shock the world. I really do think that the Eagles, if they play their game, we have just as good a chance as anybody else. Like, I really don't see that there's a team that will just blow us out. I could be wrong. I might be 100% wrong. But let's get it. I want to be proven wrong until I change. I'm not changing my mind on that until I'm proven wrong. I would love to see Dallas in the second round if they even make it. You know what I'm saying? I would love to take them out the playoffs as well. Like, give me the road we deserve. Give us the road we deserve as fans. It's been an up and down season, but now we on the up and up. Let's go. Just know y'all play Indy next year. Yeah, I'm hyped for that. Chandler, my guy, too. We chop it up about the Eagles all the time. Yeah, he's a smart dude, man. He's a very smart dude. Did you see our game against the Arizona? Yeah, I watched a little bit. I went back and I watched a little bit of it because I was doing that, live stream with Tuck and Rome and I think West Coast Cowboy, I think his name was. But we were doing it, and then I did it with Big Game James. So I wanted to at least watch it a little bit and understand it a little bit, but I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I didn't sit there and watch it all. I just can't. I'm sorry. John says, "Let's get it. Our defensive line must get pressure on Brady." That's a fact. That's a big fact. If Joe Judge is the GM, y'all gonna have to bury me from dying from laughter. If that happens, yeah, I'll go crazy. Tampa is definitely vulnerable with their situation. They got a lot going on out there. They worried about a little bit more than a football game right now, but we'll see what happens. Gannon did just enough to stay according to the numbers, unfortunately. That's how I feel. I feel like he, the first half was really, really rough. The second half was just good enough, I feel like, to show, like, improvement and to show, development. Because I do feel like you look at these linebackers, we've seen, improvement from guys like TJ Edwards, obviously. Sean Bradley has played better. Jannard Avery's making plays, right? You're seeing, while it's still a position of need, you're seeing development there. You're seeing development from our cornerbacks. You're seeing development even at the defensive line position. I think our defensive line is getting better over the years. So, Milton Williams is starting to make more noise. Taron Jackson is starting to make some noise. So we'll see what happens. Everybody got that like and subscribe. Yes, sir. Definitely. We got 40 people in here. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We'll go for a little bit longer. I'll answer some questions and we'll just talk. I think Gannon will be fine. People treating him like we did Hurts last year going into the year. Gannon, I mean, I don't know. My whole thing with Gannon is he just refuses to change his philosophy even though he sees it not working. So, like, maybe he'll just get the players that he needs to make his philosophy work. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, Gannon is a rookie. Exactly, Dank. Gannon is a rookie. Shaq Lawson, former first rounder from Clemson. Should the Eagles bring him in? Is he a rookie? Is he a free agent? Shaq was decent. Then he played for a Cincy. Nope, don't want no Zimmer. He can stay his 85 points or more in the last 2 minutes. Not good in crunch time, but in Minnesota. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I don't feel like, Fangio I'd rather have. I wouldn't mind that. 21st, like, Jonathan Gannon must fix in the right adjustments. That's the thing. Gannon just doesn't adjust. That's what gets me worried. What's going on, Ryan Rowe? Should we get Ridley or Mike Williams? If you can get Ridley, depending on what it costs, I'd go as high as like our last first round pick. If you want the one that we, the Eagles' actual pick, I might give that up. I don't know if I'm crazy. Maybe I am, but I might give that up for a seat. Like, I don't know, man. Ridley's nice. So, and he's young. I don't know. Maybe a second because you're going to have to pay him. Like, Calvin Ridley's good. Imagine Calvin Ridley, Quez Watkins, and Devontae Smith. Now that's a wide receiving core right now, and you're not having to pay Quez Watkins or Devontae Smith for another 3 years, right? So, or I think with Quez it's like another 2. But even with Quez, it's probably not going to be that much money you're paying him. I'm not going to say JG has to go. That's too sudden. Yeah, it's been only 1 year, and he's shown improvement. What's going on, Spa City Chop? I'm chilling, man. The Raiders were going to go for the tie, and LA Chargers called the timeout, which changed the Raiders' option, and they decided to burn clock, and kick the field goal. Yeah, they're dumb, man. He said it. I don't know if you saw the video of him being like, dang. I wanted to see it. I'm not going to lie. I would have been cool with the tie. I think that would have been funny. Damn, I'm mad behind in these comments. Hurts and the Eagles will shock the world. I agree, Brian. I agree. I'm mad seeing Jawan Jennings make plays for San Fran. I wish we drafted him. From what I'm hearing, he's not that great. I don't know. I've seen some people talking mad junk about him lately for some reason. I don't really know why. I've never really even looked at the dude, to be real with you. I've never really looked at him this year. We could have drafted a lot of people, man. We can do this about a lot of guys. We could have drafted anybody, but it is what it is. Philip says I'm not wrong. I appreciate that, Philip. I don't hear that much. Usually I hear how much of an idiot I am, so that makes me feel good. What's going on, Drew? What's going on? If we lose, the score will be close at least, unlike the first matchup versus Brady. I agree. Well, the first one, the score was pretty close. It just wasn't really a close game if you really watched the game. Like, we kind of got blown out from the beginning, but we kind of made a little comeback at the end. Dallas is not beating the 49ers, period. That would be hilarious to see them lose. I would love to see that. But what's going on, brother? Yo, Joe Castro, are you going to do a collab with a Tampa content creator before the game and have a chat with him? Yeah, definitely. I'm going to probably reach back out to maybe Greg Allman. I live out here, so I want to do something a little bit different this time, but I'm definitely going to have at least a couple interviews. But yeah, you know how we do. Dallas versus San Francisco should be a good game. It's playoff classic matchup. If we beat Tampa, we have to play the Packers next. That'll be so much fun. The X factor is Gannon. Yeah, he's got to come out there and play well. He's got to go out there and get this defense. But he's kept our offense in a lot of games. Like, we haven't been able to get our offense going until the second half in a lot of these, last couple games. So I think that, if he can continue that trend, we'll be all right. What's going on, Backyard Bird Podcast? What's going on? It's automatically Green Bay if we win Sunday. All right, well then let's go play Sunday. Let's go play Green Bay. I'm ready for Green Bay too. We blew out Green Bay 1 year that they didn't expect us to beat them. So let's go. I don't care. I got faith in my team this year. Shaq played for Buffalo. Okay, my bad. Did the Chargers versus Raiders give credence to the league being rigged? I mean, well, I wanted to see a tie. I really did. But they didn't the Raiders win. So I mean, how is it really rigged? I didn't really watch the game, so I don't know. Unless something happened, I don't know. Shaq Lawson cut by the Jets before. Oh damn, this boy played for everyone. Maybe he's not that great. I remember him in college. He was good. Again, need to grow some balls or call Zimmer for some advice since they're cool. He needs to bring more. I mean, it's a catch-22, man, because if you start blitzing all crazy and stuff, then your secondary might start getting exposed, and we're sitting here saying, why is he doing this? So why is he leaving our guys on islands? So I don't know. Maybe he just really doesn't think that his secondary is 110% ready to be left on islands like that. So I don't know. Just switch it up. Just change it up a little bit. You know, try and make the offense guess what you're going to do. I'd take Calvin Ridley in a second. I definitely would too. I think it's a personal thing with Gannon's scheme, but damn, dude, at least press the wide receivers and alter timing to allow the D-line to get home, play an aggressive zone. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Ridley for Rager and the last first-round pick we have. I mean, shoot, I'd do that. I'd do it for like a second. Let's offer like a second or a third first. Unspoken says he's not worth a first-round pick. I don't know. The last first round, maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. Because you got to factor in his contract. So there's a lot that goes into that because he's not a rookie. You're not, getting his first round. Because how many years has he been in the league? Like 2 or 3 now. So you'd have to pay him like next year, I think, right? I'd have to look that up. I'd have to actually look at what his contract is because I can't remember how long Ridley's been in the league. But I think he's coming off of his rookie contract next year, if not this year. The more I think about Ridley, I don't want him. We have a lot of young guys in the wide receiver room, and mental issues isn't what I want to add. Does he have mental? I didn't know he had mental. I think Jonathan Gannon played the same scheme with the backups against the Cowboys. He probably did. Calvin Ridley and anxiety with it right now. Joe, what's your thoughts on JJ and Rager? I've been saying JJ need to go. Rager, it's tough, man. He's not helping himself. He's definitely not helping himself. We'll see what happens. I hope that this offseason, he focuses on whatever it is that's like kind of messing with him right now. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's been tough to watch. It's been tough to watch because you see talent. You definitely see talent there. He's just not taking advantage of his opportunity. So I hope he figures it out. There's rumblings Brooks might retire after the season. If he does, that saves us a lot of money. I'm not going to lie. I hope he doesn't, but that would save us a lot of money. I could see him retiring before we trade him. That's the only thing I could see. Like, if we're like, yeah, we're going to try and trade you, he'll probably just be like, I'm good. I don't really want to play no more. Like, I don't know. I think him and Lane Johnson have, like, a real bond that I think Brandon Brooks can't really shake. I think Lane Johnson can obviously play without him, but I think Brandon Brooks is just a different player when he doesn't have his boy to his side, which is not a knock on him, but I don't know. Availability is the best ability that there is, and he hasn't been available for us for a while. And, that's something you got to be honest with yourselves about. There was a clip of Sirianni telling someone to shut the F up during our game. 2 TDs last game, made some big-time plays he scored against us. We beat Tom Brady, Bucks. We can beat anybody in the playoffs. It'll definitely be a nice win. If we can at least stay in that game, especially. Like, I think this is something that we go into the offseason feeling good about. As long as we don't go in there and get blown out the building, I think that we'll feel good about this moving forward. Wayo says Brady is going to carve up this game in defense. We'll see. We shall see. It's going to be a fun week. It's going to be a fun week because, like I said, I live in Florida. I'm like 30 minutes from the Tampa Bay Stadium. So I'm wearing my Eagles gear all week. I'm talking that junk all week. I am talking that junk all week. So if you see a Florida man, I'll be that guy. I'm going to be that guy. The Florida man gets beat up because he's yelling "Fly, Eagles, fly," in downtown St. Pete. That's going to probably be me. That's probably going to be me, and I really don't care. Ridley has 1 year left on his contract. Yeah, see, that's the only... So maybe you're looking at like a second, third. Maybe you're looking at a second, third. And at that point, I think it's worth it. Because you're going to have to pay him. That's the biggest thing. Rager needs to go. Huntley in limited time. He had better returns than Rager. Huntley's the man. Shout out to Jason Huntley. We've had Jason Huntley on the show for an interview. Jason Huntley is the man. So I've always known that he was fast like that. Like, that boy is fast. Like, he's fast. So, I mean, yeah, as a returner, I definitely could see a role for him. I think that where he kind of fell out of I think that what happened with him is more so there was abundance of his type of runners. I feel like a Miles Sanders kind of gives us what a Jason Huntley can give you. I feel like a Boston Scott kind of gives you that. Kenny Gainwell kind of gives you that. So I think he kind of fell out of position there. But I think he's a great player. I definitely think he's a great player. Tom Brady's 2-3 against the NFC East teams in the playoffs. Yeah, because he don't want this smoke. I'm telling you, the way that you beat Tom Brady, and I said this the first time we played them, and we didn't send no pressure. We ain't send no pressure, right? So the way you beat Tom Brady is by getting him off his spot, making him feel uncomfortable, especially now that he doesn't really have wide receivers that he's been playing with all year. And again, I don't think that's the hugest deal because it's Tom Brady. At the end of the day, it is Tom Brady. That's something you cannot, overlook. But he hasn't been playing with this offense that long. Like outside of Mike Evans, who does he really have? Godwin's out. Antonio Brown's obviously out now. I believe they have more injuries. Like, he's playing with guys he's not used to, so we have to take advantage of that. We got to throw off timing. We got to make him, go off schedule. We have to make him go off schedule, and that's how we win this game. We would have to restructure his contract. Isn't he still? He's still on his rookie contract, isn't he? No, am I tweaking? Yeah, Calvin needs to get paid next year. I agree that, Rich. What's going on, Show Enough? He says, would rather have faced the Rams. We play well against them, and Stafford has no playoff experience. He also prone to turnovers. Yeah, it would have been. I think that either way, I don't think we're like. I don't think we match up particularly well with anybody. I think it's just we have to make people play our game. And that might sound like I'm hating on the team. It's just we're the number 7 seed. It is what it is. Like we are who we are. So I think that we just need to play our game. That's it. That's really all it comes down to. We're not going to win playing anybody else's game. We're not going to win going out there and having to throw the ball for 450 yards. Like, that's just not how we win games. That's just not. So, it comes down to us. It really does come down to us and us imposing our will. I did see that. Who do you think Sirianni was cursing out? Probably one of the fans. I wouldn't be surprised. Eagles trade second or third Eagles trade second, third of their 3 first-round picks for DK Jefferson or Waddle, if we were going to be trading for somebody, I don't know. That's a good question. It would probably be between DK. Oh, no, that's a good question. Maybe Waddle or Jefferson because they're on their rookie contracts, but I know they would never get traded. Probably Waddle. I don't know. That's a good question. I like Waddle. I like Waddle a lot. I like Jefferson a lot. Obviously, I like DK a lot, but I'll probably go with Waddle. Right now. Shout out to everybody still in the chat, man. We got 42 people in here. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. We are 20 away from 3,000. 20 away from 3,000 subscribers in like a year and a half, man. I really do appreciate it. So if you could hit that subscribe, it would mean the world to me. If you hit that like, it would mean the world to me. It pushes out the content. I don't know, but we don't need all that. Get pressure on Brady and you win. That's what it is. Brady, on the other hand, is a cheat code in the playoffs. On another note, I've been a fan of Huntley and would like to see him keep on. I would like to see him find his role. I think that he could be probably our best. I think that he could be our best return man. Speechless says, how far do you see the Eagles making it? I think that we can go as far as this offense takes us. If our offense, if they play their game, and I keep saying that, but if they play their game and be who they are and run this ball and impose their will, I think we can hang in with most teams. If I had to, I think we're going to win this game. I do. For some reason, maybe it's just blind hope, maybe it's just blind, ambition or whatever you want to call it. But, I think that we can win this game. I think we can beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Will we beat the Green Bay Packers in their house? Probably, maybe not. But we'll, talk to me tomorrow. Talk to me Monday. Monday. Talk to me Monday. If we win, then hey, we out here. He said Bama winning tonight. Roll Tide. I hope they lose. Easy pickings. He still has Gronk. Yeah, he definitely still, and it's still Tom Brady. He's still Tom Brady. But we have to take advantage of the small advantages you do have. You have to. And that's, that goes with any quarterback, but especially Tom Brady. Tom Brady is a very smart. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to play this game. He's been doing it for a while. So, that it comes down to it. We can beat the Rams with our running game, but versus the Niners, it's harder to pass. Niners have the best front four defensive linemen. I think we can run on just about anybody if I'm being real, because we have. we've run on just about anybody. I really don't think many teams can stop our run game. And if I'm not mistaken, we ran the ball like 37 times against the 49ers. I know that was early on in the season, but hold on, I think we did. I gotta actually look that up. Okay, I'm tweaking, but we ran the ball 30 times. We ran the ball 30 times, which is still pretty good, and we ran over $150, I think. So, I mean, hey, I ain't mad at it. I think we can run on just about anybody. I'm with you on us beating the Bucs. I think we can do it, man. We need Slay to line up against Evans, Maddox line up against Gronk, and put a linebacker or safety on him. Yeah, I definitely think we need to take Gronk out this game. We need to take Evans out this game. I agree. They definitely have... I mean, they still got an offense. It is what it is. But our offense has to just dominate this game. Our offense has to dominate time of possession. I can't stress that enough. I really can't. If anybody's going to the game, make sure you wear Nick Foles and Brandon G mask to mess with the Tom Brady. Yeah, we might have to. We might have to. That's smart. That's smart. I'm gonna have to put on the dog mask. I'm gonna go out with a dog mask. I don't care. I do not care. Beating the Bucs is definitely doable. I definitely agree. Facts think when we're in that mode, it really doesn't matter who we play, underdog mentality. That's what I'm saying. The playoffs is a different place for us, man. And I'm not sitting here saying that we're a Super Bowl team. I'm not saying that this is it. Like, oh, we've been waiting for the Super Bowl run. But I think we gonna fight. We are going to fight in this game, man. So y'all let me know what y'all thinking, man. I am about to get out of here, man. Shout out to everybody still in the chat, man. We still got 42 people in here. Please, please, please do hit that like, hit that subscribe if you are new. Let's get to 3K. We're only, I think, 19 now away from 3K. That's a crazy number to me. I don't have 3,000 of much, but I'm about to have 3,000 subscribers, and I really appreciate it, guys. But other than that, I am going to have a video coming out a little bit later with a bunch of people that you guys know. So, y'all know what it is, man. If you do feel like the Eagles are going to win this game, let me know in the comments what the score prediction is. If you think that the Eagles are going to lose this game, just keep that negative energy to yourself, dog. Keep that negative energy to yourself, because I ain't about it. So other than that, y'all know what it is, man. It is fly, Eagles fly, and we are out here. Peace!
Eagles fans everywhere. This is for you.
Yeah. Fly, Eagles flying on the team. Touchdown, touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man soft. Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randolph. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.